Hello guys, it's me Dan96 back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 17 tips for the 2025 AFL season. And so round 16 is done, and yeah, for the first time this season we ended up getting all the tips right, which is pretty big. I mean, it took a couple rounds, took 16 rounds, but we got there. We always get like one of those in each of the seasons, but yeah, we got 7 out of 7 tips correct. It was a pretty easy round, to say the least. Yeah, Port got the job done. The Bulldogs got the job done in a pretty close game. The Suns as well did pretty well. Hawthorn were too good. Collingwood, I mean, they just did what they had to, and yeah, the Crows got it done simply, and then yeah, the Freo got it done in a pretty good game, to say the least. Yeah, so pretty good round. And so you can see the predicted versus actual margins. You can see the different varying results, but overall it's been a pretty good round of footy. We are done with the bye rounds, so we're back to the 9 games. And yeah, let's have a look at round 17. And so here we are, round 17. As you see, we have all the 9 games, everyone's playing. The scheduling is a bit weird because there's only 2 Sunday games, but there's the 2 Friday night games, which is, again, I'm not the biggest fan of the 2 Friday night games, but yeah, it is what it is. But let's start with the first game, and I think this is going to be one-sided, but this is, I think, going to be a contest to watch. So yeah, let's have a look. It's between North Melbourne and the Western Bulldogs, playing at Marvel Stadium in what is going to be North Melbourne's anniversary game for their first, or their premierships really. So that will be a special game for them. Yeah, but North Melbourne haven't been really great. I thought they were starting to build again. They beat Carlton, they beat Richmond before, but again, they just get smashed by Hawthorn. And to be fair, it was against Hawthorn at UTAS. It was always going to be hard, but again, it's just the confidence destroyer there. And as for the Bulldogs, they again just proved to us that they are really contending for the flag. They beat Sydney in Sydney. They have a great record at Marvel Stadium, a strong one. So yeah, as for this tipping week, I had to, yeah, this is going to be pretty simple, but you'd expect the Bulldogs to get this one, especially at Marvel Stadium. It's just one that they have to take away. They did it in round 1 pretty convincingly, so I think they'll do it again. It will just be a repeat. So yeah, we'll see how the game goes, but yeah, maybe an upset, potentially, who knows, probably not, but who knows. Yeah, I'm tipping the Bulldogs to get this win by 45 points, and I'm rating this game an 86. Now let's have a look at the Friday night games. There's 2 of them, as I said, and starting off with the big one. This is going to be the big one. Again, even this game is going to be leaning towards the one way, but it's a rivalry, to say the least, and it's one of the bigger ones. So let's have a look. It's between Carlton and Collingwood, playing at the G on the Friday nights. I don't think they usually play on the Friday nights, if I'm correct, but yeah, here they are once again. Collingwood have had the season of their dreams. It's really replicating the 2023 season. They've just been very similar in that, and really there's really no excuses for them. They are playing their best footy. They have basically most of their last games at the G anyways, and considering they might probably finish top, they'll have their home finals at the G. So they are just on the roll. As for Carlton, they are literally quite the opposite. They are facing a downfall. Their coach is under strife, and really this game won't make things any better. And they need some response. They need this game to be at least somewhat close in their favor, but again, if they need to win this one really to bring back the fans, otherwise we're just going to be talking about them, and that's just the whole conversation here. But yeah, I always tip Collingwood. They have on a winning streak. They're hard to beat. They just look really good, and even if they don't play their best, they somehow still win it by like 30. So I have to tip Collingwood for this one. It is a rivalry game, so there will be some big stakes, but yeah, I have to tip Collingwood to continue their winning streak. And yeah, I'm predicting them to win by 40 points. And I'm rating this game a 90. Now looking at the last Friday night of the round, and again, this one is, I would say, predictable. Just the one side leaning towards the other. But yeah, let's have a look. It's between West Coast and GWS playing at Optus Stadium, and yeah, this one I do expect to be a one-sided affair. West Coast are, of course, last. They had a pretty good contest against Collingwood. I gotta say, they did look, not too bad in the first half. Of course, the second half got away, but that's some positive signs. I mean, at least they didn't get smashed against the top team, so that is, I guess, something. But yeah, against the Giants at home, I've seen this many times before. I just feel like the Giants would just get the upper hand. They've been playing some not bad footy here, the Giants. They have won 2 games in a row, starting to build some sort of streak, and really they're sitting outside the top 8, so they need something to get this win, and they need this big win, especially percentage. I think the top 8 will be tough. I'm predicting it will be a battle for top 9. All the top 9 teams are in the fight, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting contest. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty simple tip. I mean, if West Coast causes an upset, I could see it potentially happening, but the Giants have been looking too good, and I have to tip them, and that is where my tip is going to go. So yeah, I think the Giants will win by 54 points, and I'm rating this game at 74. Now looking down at the Saturday games, and there is a couple. There's 4 games, which is going to be good. I mean, the more footy, the better. But yeah, so good to have the 9 games back. And starting with this first one, I think this will be pretty interesting. I gotta say, it will be pretty interesting. So let's have a look. It's between Essendon and Gold Coast, playing at Marvel Stadium on the Saturday afternoon, and maybe this game could be close. I would say. I think this will be. I think this will be pretty close. Essendon, similar to Carlton, I guess, probably even worse than Carlton. I mean, they had the bye last week, but they have just been hit with many injuries, and yeah, they're playing a VFL side at the moment, honestly. Up against Gold Coast, who Gold Coast haven't been also as great recently, but they did get a crucial win last week, so that is good enough. And they sit in the 8 just. So this is an important game for Gold Coast. They need to step it up, and honestly, if they win this game, they could finish as high as maybe 5th or 6th potentially, but we'll see how the other results pan out. But this game is going to be important for them, for the Suns. And as for the Bombers, I can't see them pulling off an upset. So I can't see them. I mean, the last time they versed each other at Marvel Stadium, Gold Coast won it after the siren. So it would have happened, I don't know, probably not. But Essendon are just wounded, so I have to tip Gold Coast for this one. It's a simple tip once again, but yeah, I just expect them to get this win by 26 points, and I rate this game a 77. Now looking at the next game, and this one's probably going to be the easiest tip of the round. This wouldn't be any surprising, so let's have a look. It's between Geelong and Richmond, playing at GMHBA, and yeah, this one's going to be pretty simple. I'll be quick. Richmond are just bottom, or close to the bottom. They've had their 3 wins, but yeah, it's just going to be way too difficult for them. I just can't see them winning this one. So yeah, this tip is really going to be straightforward. Geelong have been good, but the percentage is their probably key issue. I think they're 4th in percentage, so they need this one and get within the 130s. I think they definitely can get within the 130s, and that can compete with teams like the Crows. Brisbane don't have a great percentage, so that is something, but Collingwood have 135. It's going to be hard for anyone to catch up to Collingwood, but they really need that top 2 spot to secure a home final, so that is something that they will aim for. So yeah, I think Geelong straight away should get this one right. I mean, I would be really surprised if they don't, but I think Geelong will win by 79 points, and I'm rating this game a 61. Now looking at the two Saturday night games, starting with the first one, and I'm actually quite excited for this one. I mean, I hope it's not a one-sided game, but like, I just want a good contest. So yeah, let's have a look. It's between Brisbane and Port Adelaide, playing at the Gabba on the Saturday night, and I think this is one to watch for sure. Brisbane have been looking, they've been looking good. I mean, they're obviously low in percentage, but they did get a win last game against Geelong, and that was a big confidence booster for them. They just needed that win, and it keeps them second. I mean, otherwise, if they lost that, they would be sitting around 6th. So that was a big game to win, and up against Port Adelaide, Port have been okay. They've been okay. They had a pretty good win last week, but again, been some concerns. They sit 10th, but out of the top 9, or the bottom 9, they are sitting the highest. They're probably the most biggest chance to make a finals spot within that bottom 9, but I don't think any of those teams will. So yeah, I think from the Giants above, that's the teams that are eligible. But if they want to cause some upset, this is a good game. Brisbane haven't been convincing at home this year, so who knows, Port could be with a chance in this game. But I have to play safe. It's going to be a safe tip. I mean, it's at the Gabba. Brisbane always find a way. I think, will get this win, and yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Port somehow win this one. That would be pretty incredible. But I have to tip with the favourites. I have to tip Brisbane to get this win. I think it'll be a close game. So yeah, I think Brisbane win by 12 points, and I'm rating this game an 83. Now looking at the last Saturday nights of the round, and yeah, it's happening around the same time as the other one, but this one, yeah, I think this one's more one-sided to say the least, but I hope it's a good game. So let's have a look. It's between St Kilda and Hawthorn, playing at Marvel Stadium, and yeah, this is going to be, I think, also another one-sided game. Yeah, this season hasn't had many good battles, but I don't think this will be one of them. I mean, I hope so. St Kilda have been pretty down. They've been not as great. They had a not bad game last time against Collingwood. Oh no, sorry, not Collingwood, Freo. I mean, they almost had the chance to get that win, but they didn't once again. Yeah, it's been a disappointing season for them. And that's for Hawthorn. They've been pretty good. They sit in the top 8. They're trying to get top 4, which is very much doable, but they definitely need to get this win, and it'll be an important game for them. And I just see them being strongly favourites for this one. They need to bounce back. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and if they're any chance in contending the top 4, they absolutely need to win this game. So it's a big chance. It's a big given, really. And Hawthorn in the past have been really good against the Saints, so I expect something similar to happen. So yeah, I'm tipping Hawthorn to get this win by 30 points, and I'm rating this game at 79. Now looking at the Sunday games, and there's only 2 of them, but I would say 2 good games, especially this first one, which I might say is going to be game of the round. This is going to be a battle, and this is going to be a hard one to tip, really hard one to tip, but let's have a look. It's between Sydney and Fremantle, playing on the Sunday afternoon, and this is going to be definitely one to watch, and really a hard one to tip. Sydney have been pretty good in the last 3 weeks. I mean, they're getting their players back, and they're starting to put on pretty good performances, and ones that are pretty convincing. I mean, they got close last week. They could have won that one, they didn't. But they're back at the SCG and up against Fremantle. Fremantle have a history playing on that ground. They did beat them there last year. And at the moment, they're on a roll. They're on a, I think, 6-game winning streak, which is pretty good by them. This is pretty good. They sit 6th. They're in contention right now, and there's 4 teams with the same amount of points as them. So this is going to be a very interesting game to watch. But yeah, at the SCG turf, it's been a lot of talk about it. It's going to be one challenge But I think another challenge is the weather. I'm hearing that it might rain during that time. So, yeah, I expect a pretty, maybe ugly performance, but who will get on top? I mean, Sydney are looking for that home win, which I haven't had at all in quite some time. But I can see Fremantle pulling off an upset here. I mean, they have been pretty good, and I can see some confidence in them for this game. So, as much as I want to tip Sydney, I feel like Sydney is a safe tip. I'm actually going to tip Fremantle for this one. I am going to tip them to get this win. I definitely think it will be a close game for sure. So, yeah, I am predicting Freo to get this win by 5 points. And I'm rating this game a 92. Now looking at the last game of the round, and I think this is, I guess, a good way to finish things off, but maybe it might be a bit leaning towards the one way. But let's have a look. It's between Adelaide and Melbourne, playing at the Adelaide Oval on the Sunday afternoon, and yeah, this I guess will cap off the round pretty good. Adelaide have been pretty good this season. They've been really good actually. They sit third and have a chance to increase the percentage to 140, which would be very big for this time of the season. I mean, they could contend with Collingwood at that rate. But up against Melbourne have not been great in the past 4 weeks. I mean, yeah, they lost to Melbourne, they lost to Gold Coast, lost to Port, lost to Collingwood, lost to St Kilda. They need some upset, they need some miracle to go their way. I mean, they haven't been great this season, and I just think they'll be overpowered. I mean, the Crows have been really good away or at home. They just look too strong at the moment. So I think to cap off the round, this one's going to be a pretty simple tip. You got to expect the Crows to get this win. They need this win. If they just can't afford to lose these types of games. They want to stay in the top 4. They have to win this game. So yeah, for this last game, I'm going to tip Adelaide to get this win by 36 points. And I'm rating this game an 81. And just like that, that is my round 17 tips done and dusted. It's going to be an interesting round of footy, to say the least. I'm quite excited for it. It is going to be maybe another one-sided week, but I mean, if we can get the tips right, then that'll be good. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.